Wow, guys, Tom Homan is trying to say this is an inside job. They're trying to blame this all on Trump for some reason. Biden hasn't stepped up and said anything, so we're about to get right to this video. Make sure you guys hit the subscribe button, check out his channel in the description. Let us know what you think.
Incoming Trump administration borders are. Tom, great to have you here. And I want to get to New Orleans again in just a second, but we just got this fresh information out of Las Vegas, and the police chief there giving us a lot of new details. I want to get your reaction too. He characterized what they're learning on the ground there in Las Vegas as a suicide with a bombing that occurred immediately thereafter. They're not aware of any other subjects involved in that case, while they are aware of the similarities to the person who carried out the attack in New Orleans. They are not able to directly tie these two events together. They have no evidence that they are tied together, but they do not believe any further threat from that particular incident is out there at this time. What was your reaction to what you heard?
Well, look, I think the further the investigation goes, I think they are going to find a connection between the two incidents. But look, they're both suicide events. The man in New Orleans certainly had no plans of going home for getting out and trading gunfire with law enforcement. So I think both these men realized they weren't going home after this event. But the threats aren't over. I've been on this network for 4 years talking about the threats coming across our southern border. And, we got a record number of known gotaways. Over 2 million people enter this country. We don't know who they are or where they came from or what their purpose to come to this country. They weren't vetted, they weren't screened, they weren't fingerprinted. We don't know who they are. And since the Border Patrol and CBP arrested well over 300 people on terrorist watch list, how many of that 2.2 million who escaped apprehension, who escaped vetting, who escaped fingerprinting came from a country sponsoring terror? Even Christopher Wray, the director of FBI, said numerous times under testimony in front of Congress that this is the biggest national security vulnerability he's seen. I agree with him. So we're not out of the woods. This country is in grave danger. We need to secure that border. And despite what's happened the last 2 days in Las Vegas and in New Orleans, this administration is not stopping. They're still releasing thousands of people every week through the CBP One app, the CHMV program, and Border Patrol continues to release people in this country without proper vetting. This is not a good thing, and I can't wait for the new administration to take power and secure this border and protect our national security.
Well, the police chief was asked about.
Real quick, guys. I believe every other country has strong immigration laws, but when it comes to the U.S., we're letting thousands and thousands of people in a day that they report it.
You get locked up in Asia just for bringing like a weed vape.
Yeah, yeah. The basketball player,
right?
He was stuck in Russia for a while.
Got her back from Russia.
And the weird thing about this is Biden just now spoke out. They forced him to get in there and come out and say something, right?
And even I just watched what he said. He didn't say nothing.
Yeah.
But like these two incidents are clearly related. They're both suicides.
Yep.
They're both the bodies. Well, one of them, the guy supposedly shot himself in the head in the Cybertruck and then blew the truck up with a bunch of firecrackers in it. I really don't believe that.
It doesn't make sense. And they're trying to say he was burned beyond recognition, right?
Yeah, but the ID wasn't.
The passport and ID made out of plastic didn't burn.
Is this like a message they're trying to send to Elon and Trump?
I believe so.
Have you ever been to Vegas? I don't see you blowing up no $250,000 trunk outside of Trump Hotel.
Doesn't make sense.
Man.
Make sure you guys hit that subscribe button. We gotta keep going, man. Let us know what y'all think about that too. Is this an inside job?
Definitely.
The incident in Las Vegas, if they had seen any motivation and inspiration from any terror group, they had not identified anything there yet, I should say, at least. They said they're very heavily still in the middle of that investigation. But to the point in New Orleans and the FBI update that we all just got a short time ago, the FBI confirmed that the suspect in New Orleans posted videos online Tuesday night claiming that he had joined ISIS before the summer and provided a will and testament. So they did confirm that he was indeed inspired by that terror group to carry out that vicious, violent, heinous act and attack there in New Orleans.
Well, that brings another issue. I think the incoming administration needs to look at insider threat. I mean, insider threat analysis has been put in the back seat by this administration. We got 2 people who served in the military. that were that created that committed these terrorist acts. We need to really dig down into insider
Allegedly.
threat in our military, in our federal service, whether it's the FBI, whether it's other agencies, whether it's the military. Insider threat's a big issue, especially in our industry that has infrastructure responsibilities. We need to drill down and find out about this inspiration and what insider threat is currently in the United States government, military, and in the United States government service, and address them right away. We got to address insider threat. We have to. We can't let this go on any further.
Tom, just to circle back there, you said earlier, and you just referenced again a terrorist connection there in Las Vegas. The police chief said they haven't identified that, but to your point, you said you believed as this investigation carries out in Las Vegas that I believe you just said you believe they will.
Real quick, man, pay attention to his mannerisms, right? You
Man,
can just
he's a
tell he's
mean dude.
serious. He's serious. He's about to go handle and drain the swamp, as Trump always says. You know, he's saying they need to investigate the FBI, but I think they need to investigate the government.
I mean,
Because
because I don't believe that. So what did this? It did because one of them was a senior military Green
yeah, right,
Beret.
doesn't make sense.
Like he's like goes overseas and handles our guerrilla warfare.
Yeah,
These are seniors too. These are amateur. Why would he? Did he shoot himself first and then blow the truck
I
up, or
don't know.
did he
It
blow the
doesn't make
truck up then
sense.
shoot himself in the head?
I'm
Come on, guys.
I'm seeing and hearing a lot of different stories. That's coming out and people are speaking on them. But one more thing on the government, they need to do uh research on the inside jobs that they're doing because they all targeted Trump, right? And
Exactly.
now, how do we know this isn't something to target Trump?
I mean, this is clearly like it's a lot going on, especially with letting a lot, like he said, letting millions of people into our country. We
Yeah.
don't know who is here.
Yeah, he already
You know,
said 300 of them were proven to be terrorists. Out of the 2.2 million, how many of do you think are,
it is
you
people
know?
in this world, YouTube, that hate Americans.
Yeah,
All of us, whether we're Republican or Democrat, they hate us all.
yeah,
Whether we're black or white, they do not like us. This
exactly,
is not the time for us to be divided on bull crap issues. It just we all need to just wake up together and you see that it's a bigger fight going on.
exactly.
Clearly, 15 people got hurt, 2 died in one incident, and then in total it's 7 deaths.
Yeah,
Come on, guys.
yeah, we gotta really look deep into this. Let's keep going, man. Make sure you hit that subscribe button.
Find a connection. Do you have any other information, or have you been privy to any other information other than what we just directly heard from the police there in Las Vegas?
No, I don't. This is a gut feeling. I've done this for 3.5 decades. I just think there's too many
He
similarities,
knows.
too much coincidence. I think
Oh
something down the
man.
road they're
You
going to
can
show there's some
smell
sort of
some stuff.
connection, whether it's this, they got whether it's some same network or where they got the tools to pull these terrorist attacks off. I just feel like there's going to be something down the road, and I could be wrong. It's just a gut feeling I have.
Got it.
Probably right.
Well, we know that they're going to keep us posted as that investigation continues. And Tom, we appreciate your time today. Thank you very much.
Yo, and it's not like these terror attacks are cheap.
Nah, this
One
stuff
of
is expensive
This is
to
expensive
even
terror
cover
attack.
it up.
Right. This thing costs a little bit. The Tesla truck ain't cheap
Yeah, that's oh my God. And
to be blowing it up downtown Vegas.
do you know who's paying for it, right?
Right. We
We
are
are. Taxpayer dollars are going to this
paying
corruption
every time.
where we pay for them to prosecute Trump. We just didn't know it.
We pay for it every time, and we pay for it by believing the bullcrap narratives that they try to impose on
Yeah.
us all.
They threw ISIS in there. They had the ISIS flag on there. They
Make it
blocked it
seem
out.
like the dude wrote up a manifesto. Who's really writing a suicide manifesto, man? They
Yeah.
keep coming with these manifestos,
It
man.
doesn't make sense.
It doesn't
Healthcare
make sense
guy,
to
for
me.
example.
Yeah, he wrote a manifesto and then
Not
left
making
all his
sense.
stuff right in the bag.
Let us know
8,000.
let us know what you think about this quick video. Be sure to hit the subscribe button. As I said before, his channel's in description. We're out.
Peace.